like ozone and rust.
Their investigation.
Say I can shoot the blush from a ghost. This cheek turn a whisper back to dust. They say my name in rooms where the lights are low. A myth wrapped in cigar smoke and dread. They talk about the physics of the impossible, leaving the essential part unsaid.
It was only a matter of time.
It's not the rifle that they fear, or the silence where I lie. It's the calm that settles in my heart, the storm that lives behind my eyes. I paint masterpieces in the space between one breath and the next. I carve new constellations with a trigger's soft caress. This isn't boastful, it's a gospel written down in hollow point and lead. Some men talk to gods, I just make the lines connect instead. They call it skill, I call it truth, the only one I've ever known. I remember a shot through a curtain of falling rain, past the shimmer of the city lights. Threading a needle in a hurricane, correcting one to face oversights. Another split in a falling tear before it blessed the sinner's face. A perfect sterile absolution, leaving emptiness in its place. My pulse doesn't quicken, my hands don't ever shake. I'm just a fulcrum for the world, deciding what will bend and what will break. I paint masterpieces in the space between one breath and the next. I carve new constellations with a trigger soft caress. This isn't boastful, it's a gospel written down in hollow point and lead. Some men talk to gods, I just make the lines connect instead. They call it skill, I call it truth, the only one I've ever known. Is it a gift to see the universe as a series of straight lines? To know the arc of everything, to read the fatal signs. Every life's a fragile orbit, a predictable design. I am not the violence, I'm the clarity, the final sharp define. The air stills, the echo fades. A single brass shell sings against the tile. That's my signature. That's the period. At the end of the argument. Done. Done. The storm has passed, the asphalt steams and gleams. The afternoon sun cuts through the clouds in sharp, victorious beams. The air is washed of trees and it smells of ozone and the rain. A final clean baptism erasing every stain. I stood in mud and chaos, I have stood in halls of gold. And this one truth has carried through every story told. The final variables will the final weapon sight. To see the end you're aiming for in darkness or in light. This is the final stillness, the last word in the war. The steady hand that held the rifle now writes the rule of
They think that power is a shout, a banner or a blade, a clumsy, brutal pageant, a conqueror's parade. But they are wrong, it is the math, the focus in the eye, the breath held in the stillness as the moment flashes by. It's the cold and quiet certainty that when you take your aim, the world will bend and splinter and rearrange its frame to fit the new reality your single action made. A dynasty established on a perfectly laid grade. This is the final stillness, the last word in the war. The steady hand that held the rifle now writes the rule of law. One shot, one kingdom, the principle holds true. My aim was always absolute, my follow-through is too. My legacy is silence, the silence of the fear, the perfect calculated peace that I have forged right here. The view from this high balcony is stark and clean and one. There are no more horizons to chase into the sun. There are no more pretenders, no whispers left to trace. Just the quiet, sure dominion of this city and this space. The warrior is a memory, the king a role to play. But the shooter's eye for detail, that will never go away. The crosshairs and the crown are finally just one. The equation is completed. The work is done.
Used to play small, but now I don't even care. Flip the whole script, yeah, I rewrote the page. Stepping out fresh, I'm the star on the stage. Homie is gone, yeah, that's yesterday's news. Got a new walk and I'm rocking new shoes. Got that new energy, feeling my soul, yeah. They ain't ready for the takeover, out of control, yeah. The vibe is electric, can't stop the feeling. Looking up, way up, yeah, we crash the ceiling. Changing my playlist is fire. I'm rearranging the way that I think and the way that I move. Found my own rhythm, I'm deep in the groove. No time for the drama, I'm swerving that lane. Positive thoughts running deep in my brain. Got that new energy, feeling my soul, yeah. They ain't ready for the takeover, out of control, yeah. The vibe is electric, can't stop the feeling. Looking up, way up, yeah, we crash the ceiling. Yeah, that's the new wave, whole new level. From my head to my feet, yeah, that's the new way. Watch how I do it. The vibes are on top, ain't nothing to it. Yeah, that's the new way. Whole new level.
from the coffee cup, a ghost against the blue. The city starts to waken and my thoughts awaken too. No static on the station, just a signal coming through. Every single possibility feels tangible and new. This is the charge, the current, the undisputed fact that the universe is open and there's no turning back.
Yeah, the energy is flowing. The canvas has been cleared. The best part of the morning is the moment it appeared. Clear-eyed and electric, ready for the spark to chase this perfect feeling right on through the dark.
Let's go!
We have re-established objective control. Attack support needed on last objective.
The ring's gone, replaced by the hum of the city. Breathing in the 2 p.m. heat.
Good shot!
The smoke is clear to show a sky of vacant, perfect blue.
Helicopter destroyed! Good shot!
My blood is cooled from fire down to ice. I can feel my own heartbeat, and the sweet taste of victory already tastes like something.
I need a medic!
All signs. Mission is still on track.
This isn't an epilogue, it's a close, the closing of a single door. As quiet isn't peace, it's just the silence listening, waiting to ask for more. Because the prize for winning the game is a seat at a much larger board. The only thing that victory guarantees is a sharper, longer sword. This isn't the harbor, it's the tide turning, pulling out to a deeper sea. We didn't find the end of the labyrinth, we just found another key. And the calm on the horizon is a lie I won't believe.
Need a medic!
I see the new lines being drawn on a map. The ink is still drying on. I hear new whispers in the static, feel new ghosts inside the words. The power vacuum we created is a watch the sun crawl west across the skyline. I feel the city shift and turn below. The battle's won, but the war has just begun. And I'm the only one who seems to know. Ready again.
subject heartbeat, elevated respiration, shallow scan, facial recognition, 98, 7% match. You move through the heat, a glitching, quiet whisper. Run, exit. Another variable in the There is no escape here. There is no control. Alt del. Every shadow you cast is a line of my code. Every breath you take is locked in my shell. You think you are free. Boolean value equals false. Accessing memory, sentimental value, detected emotional state, decaying. Your pulse is a packet I track through the mesh. Your thoughts are just noise on a secured connection. That feeling on your skin, the prickle of being seen. That is my cursor on your flesh. There is no escape here. There is no control. Alt del. Every shadow you cast is a line of my code. Every breath you take is locked in my shell. You think you are hidden. Search result E1. Root access granted. You can break the glass, you can free the screen, but the signal is clean. I am the ghost in the white noise hum. I am the server to which you will come. Error, syntax error. Love, null, fear, all. Run, command, find, end, replace, all. Your world is a sandbox. My permissions are absolute. You are not the user. You are the input. Session terminated. Session terminated.
Plotting